The effects of climate change on wildlife. Climate change is having a profound impact on wildlife around the world. As temperatures rise, many species are struggling to adapt to their changing habitats. One of the most significant effects is the alteration of migration patterns. Birds, for example, are migrating earlier or later than usual, disrupting the delicate balance of ecosystems they are a part of. Rising sea levels due to global warming are also threatening the existence of several species. Sea turtles, for instance, are finding it challenging to nest on eroded beaches. The loss of suitable nesting sites puts their population at risk, as does the rising temperature of the sand, which determines the sex of the turtle's offspring. In some cases, climate change is leading to unexpected consequences. In Antarctica, the reduction of sea ice is affecting the distribution of krill, a vital food source for penguins and seals. As the krill populations decline, so do the populations of these species, impacting the entire food chain. Polar bears, the iconic symbol of the Arctic, are facing severe challenges as the ice caps melt. They rely on sea ice to hunt for seals, which are their primary food source. With less ice to stand on, polar bears have to swim longer distances, leading to exhaustion and a higher risk of starvation. Climate change is also causing shifts in the behavior of many animals. For example, some mammals are altering their breeding and hibernation patterns to cope with changing weather conditions. This disruption in natural cycles can have long-term effects on population dynamics. Forest-dwelling species are also affected as climate change leads to more frequent and intense wildfires. These fires destroy habitats and force animals to flee or perish. Additionally, altered rainfall patterns can affect the availability of food and water for wildlife in these regions. The decline of coral reefs, another consequence of climate change, is devastating marine life. Coral bleaching occurs when warmer water temperatures cause corals to expel the algae living in their tissues, leaving them vulnerable to disease and death. This loss of coral reefs affects countless species that depend on them for shelter and food. Conservation efforts are crucial in mitigating the impact of climate change on wildlife. Establishing protected areas and wildlife corridors allows animals to move freely and find suitable habitats. Moreover, reducing greenhouse gas emissions is vital to slowing down the rate of global warming and providing more time for wildlife to adapt. Sadly, some species are already facing the brink of extinction due to climate change. The black rhinoceros, for instance, has seen its habitat shrink significantly, and its population decline dramatically due to changes in temperature and precipitation patterns. It is essential to recognize that the effects of climate change on wildlife are interconnected with broader environmental issues. Addressing these challenges requires international cooperation, public awareness, and a commitment to sustainable practices that protect both wildlife and their habitats.